Howdy y'all and welcome. Hope everybody's doing well out there today. As you can see, we got some severe weather today, and we really have some severe weather going on through Sunday. So let's go ahead and get right on into it, as we do have a slight risk for severe weather down here in Texas, with a marginal risk running that. And this also includes down here in southwestern Texas and up here by Illinois and Michigan. This also includes parts of Wisconsin and Indiana as well. Now, there is no tornado threat today, which is good. But there is a high wind threat, which is a 15% chance here in the yellow. And of course, within the red zones, y'all are under the 5% chance. As far as large hail threat goes, there is a pretty significant chance for that, as there is a 15% hatched area over the slight risk zone in north central Texas, with a 5% chance here, of course, in the red. As we move off into hump day, there is a marginal risk for severe weather in Oklahoma and Texas, where there is no tornado threat, just like here on Tuesday, but there is a high wind and a large hail threat just like on Tuesday. So make sure next couple days, make sure you put up anything you don't want blown around or damaged from large hail. Now, as we move off into Thursday, we have a slight risk for severe weather from Nebraska all the way down into Texas. Now, we do not know what the main hazards are going to be just yet, but make sure you follow my X and Facebook pages, as I do daily weather updates on there, so make sure you go follow those. I will keep y'all informed what could be coming up from Thursday all the way through Sunday. Now, as we head off into Friday, we have a 15% chance from Iowa down into Texas. Saturday, same story, 15% chance from Missouri down into Texas. Sunday, from southern Wisconsin down into Texas yet again. So it's looking like a very active weather pattern is going to be in store for the next 6 days. And we also have some flooding going on. We don't have any flooding for the next couple days, but we do have some flooding going on from Thursday through Saturday. So we do have marginal risks amongst much of the central half of the country. Now, I would expect upwards of 2 to 4 inches amongst much of the central half of the country, so be aware of this. If you live in a low-lying area, see a flooded roadway, turn around and do not drown. Now, let's go ahead and get into the timing of when you could expect the worst of severe weather. For the next couple of days, we're going to take a look at the HRRR model. But from Thursday into Sunday, we're going to take a look at the Euro, take a look at the Cape, and the landing flash density rate, since we don't know what the hazards are going to be just yet. Now, to take a look at today and tomorrow, keep in mind that date and time's up here if you ever want to keep track. We're going to take a look at all these zones here, slight marginal. It's looking like through the early afternoon hours, it could be dealing with some heavy rainfall from Indiana, Ohio, Illinois, and Michigan. We're going to be dealing with some severe weather through the late evening into overnight hours. Keep in mind, large hail and high winds are going to be the primary threats tonight. It's going to be getting out of the area through the early morning hours of hump day. Now, to take a look at hump day's timing, we're going to have to lower this down to the 12Z HRRR model. Keep in mind, hail and winds are going to be the primary threats again. As you can see, the early morning hours, central Oklahoma is going to be getting on some heavy rainfall before we're going to be coming in on some large hail and high winds by right around 9 o'clock. So it's looking like both Tuesday and Wednesday is going to be a late evening into overnight event, with winds that could be gusting at upwards of right around 20 to 30 mile an hour potentially on Tuesday. And on Wednesday, I would expect the winds to gust at right around 20 to 30 mile an hour as well. So definitely make sure, I know I'm repeating myself, make sure you put up anything you don't want damaged from large hail or blowing around from high winds for the next couple days. Now let's go ahead and take a look at the time frames of when you could expect the worst severe weather from Thursday into Sunday. Now keep in mind that we don't know the main hazards, and like I said earlier, make sure you go follow my X and Facebook pages, as I do daily weather forecasts on there, and I will keep y'all informed when those threats do get issued. Now, to take a look at the timing, we're going to take a look at the surface cape. Since the composite reflectivity is really too messy on the NAM and the Euro, we're going to take a look at the cape values. Basically, cape values show you the kind of energy the thunderstorm is going to be working with. It's basically thunderstorm fuel. Here on Tuesday, we can see not really off the charts cape with right around 1,300 joules per kilogram. Nothing off the charts. On Wednesday, pretty significant cape again. But then as we move off into Thursday, keep in mind the severe weather threats are going to be occurring from Nebraska down into Texas. Looks like 30,000 joules per kilogram is going to be possible the early afternoon into late evening hours. Could be dealing with a lot of energy by this time. But then on Friday, right around the same story over here by Kansas. Saturday, a little less. And then Sunday, not as much at all. Now, let's take a look at the lightning flash density rate. This shows us where the most intense storms could fire up at. We already know Tuesday and Wednesday is going to be a late evening into overnight event. Then on Thursday, it's looking like this could be early afternoon into late evening event. Then on Friday, could be dealing with the squall line over here by Texas and Oklahoma through the early morning hours. So this looks like this could be an early afternoon, late evening event again. But then on Saturday, it's looking like another squall line's going to be rolling through. Could be a late evening and overnight event for that day. Then on Sunday, gets a little bit more uncertain. It's like another late evening and overnight event yet again. Now keep in mind, this will change between now and by the time Thursday gets here. So again, I know I'm repeating myself. Make sure you go follow my X and Facebook pages, as I will keep you all informed ahead of the storm. And when those threats get issued, I will be posting it on there. So let's go ahead and take a look at what we could expect for the next couple weeks. So we zoom out on much of the country here. We'll take a look at the precipitation as we head into May. Hard to believe we're already going to be heading into May, y'all. This year's gone fast so far. And I will have a May video up by the weekend, so make sure you are subscribed down below so you don't miss that. Now, we already know we got severe weather going on through Sunday. Now, it's looking like we could be dealing with some snow showers up in the northeast by Wednesday. Of course, severe weather going on amongst the central half of the country due to that low pressure system. Going to be dealing with some high winds. So we head into the weekend, dealing with some snow up here in Colorado, Wyoming, and Montana. Even more severe weather going on, flooding potentially. A lot of heavy rainfall amongst much of the eastern half of the country. And even some snowfall out west. So basically, the eastern part of the country is going to be dealing with a heavy rainfall. Central part of the country is going to be dealing with severe weather. And the western half, y'all are going to come in on more snowfall. I know it sucks, but hey, look forward to going out to the ski resorts if you have any near you. As we take a look at the precipitation outlook for the next 6 to 10 days, is valid from the 28th into the 2nd. It's looking like much of the country is going to be above average to near normal, even up there by Alaska and Hawaii. Next 8 to 14 days looks just about the same story, except for down here by Florida, Georgia, Alabama, and parts of Mississippi, all coming in on below average precipitation. So now that we know the precipitation and severe weather outlooks, let's go and take a look at the temperatures. As it has been chilly as of late. Hopefully y'all covered up those plants if you have planted anything. So push us forward, we can see today we're going to be coming in at some really nice temperatures from really much of the country. Be cooling down the night, of course, warming back up. We'll be in this temperature swing for quite some time. Cold front's going to come through by Saturday into Sunday, knock those temperatures down. For much of the central half of the country, cold temperatures out west. But then we're going to be warming drastically back up again as we head into the beginning parts of May. Now let's go ahead and take a look at the temperature anomalies to take a look at whether or not we're going to be above or below average before we get into what the Climate Prediction Center thinks. And we can see we've been a little bit below average amongst the eastern and southeastern and the northwestern part of the country as well. The central half of the country has been sort of above average, and this is going to lead the way to some severe weather. Of course, the eastern part of the country is going to be dealing with even more below average temperatures. Now, being below average don't mean it's going to be cold. It just means a little bit below what it normally is. And then we're going to be heading to way above average temperatures as we head into the weekend. Out west is going to be drastically cold. That cold front is going to be coming through, wiping those nice warm temperatures out. Central part of the country is going to be dealing with way above average temperatures as we head into May. And looks like as we head into May, we're going to be above average for really much of the country. And the western part of the country is going to be heading into sort of a below average temperature pattern. As we take a look at the next 6 to 10 day temperature outlook according to the Climate Prediction Center from the 28th into May 2nd, it's looking like much of the country is going to be above average to near normal, except for up here in the northwestern part of the country and up here in northern Alaska. Next 8 to 14 days looks just about the same, so it's definitely heading back into this warming trend yet again. And I hope y'all enjoyed today's forecast as well. If you did, make sure you hit that like and share button so more folks are informed about the weather. If you have any feedback for me, leave it in the comment section down below. If you want to see anything on the channel, make sure you subscribe, y'all. Much appreciated, with bell notifications turned on so you never miss an upload. And make sure you go follow my social media pages, as I will keep y'all informed about those severe weather threats from Thursday into Sunday, as we do not know what the main hazards are going to be. So again, just go follow those. And I will have a May outlook video up in the next video, so make sure you don't miss it, y'all. So again, until next time, appreciate y'all for watching. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and never stop forecasting.